Hi guys, welcome to Sunday. Yeah, I said I'd do a vlog, so here it's gonna be. And today, yeah, a little bit of gaming, but other stuff. I'm gonna try to stick to one topic, and today I'm just gonna talk about people and us, human race. That's us, and how we deal with each other. Nothing like too major, but just my thoughts. Yeah, behind me, I got starting to play Burnout Revenge. It's a pickup I got at Best Buy real cheap, and yeah, and this is my new room. I call it the conservatory. I've always wanted a conservatory in the house. What I call a conservatory. um, Really, I think a conservatory is just a room to listen to music, meditate, just to chill. That's why I call this conservatory. I'm aching today because yesterday we spent pretty much most of the day. This room used to be, well, it was called like a mushroom color, mushroom brown kind of. It was a nice color, but I like this color. This is a nice color. And I think I'm going to do some more like a black streak or something along the wall back here. So later you might see a black streak. And yeah, this is just gonna be a fun room. Um, I also have, let's see, books. It's my bookshelf, my games. I think it's behind me. Yeah, the Uruguayan flag. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, my husband Chris, he's from Uruguay. So yeah. Um, and if you hear music, I got music in the other room playing on my Xbox One. So yeah, and you're gonna probably hear click, 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 click. Yeah, the dogs. So I've got Honda right here. I wonder. Let's see, Honda. Yeah, that's Honda. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about people and how I deal with people anyway. And I try. I try to live the words I preach, and sometimes it's very difficult because if you're having a really, really rough day, it's just very hard to follow those same routines that you preach. But for the most part, I do. And I think a lot of times people need to be held to what I call the AAA accountabilities. People have to be accountable for what you do. Take actions for your own decisions. Don't, okay, yeah, as some of you may have heard, I love Judge Judy. And she does say, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. So that means, in essence, take accountabilities for your decisions, actions that you do, things that you do. Because something I live by, and I have found that this gets me through life with integrity and respect, is honesty. If I've done something wrong, I will admit it. And I'm not going to blame it on, oh, Honda, you just did this. No. Mm-mm. If I do something wrong, I will admit it. And also be honest. Don't lie to people. You know, okay, everybody lies. It's true. Chris always says everybody lies, and it's true. Yeah, I might say, oh my God, it's snowing outside. No, you see it's sunny. Or, oh, I'm cold. And just little things like that. Or, oh, I'm not feeling good. And, and honestly, you probably are feeling okay. That's a lie. That's fine. But things like big things, really big things, no. My policy is honesty. Be honest with yourself. So that's accountability. The second AAA that I have is attitudes, because something that we preach at Kellogg where I work is positive intent. Everything you go into it, try to have that attitude of, you know what, this is positive. Be positive. Now, that being said, I don't like people who are fake about it. Something I hate are fake people. So sometimes this is one I even struggle with. Yeah, you have to have a positive attitude, but if you already know that it's not going to be very positive, whatever you're doing, like going into a meeting, and you know it's just going to be a bitch session. It's not going to be like everything's looking through life through rose-colored glasses. It's not always that way, and that's coming back to my first thing. You have to be honest with yourself and with everybody else. Not everything is all roses and beautiful. But when you can, Kaya. Okay, now I've got Kaya here. And some of you have seen Kaya. I'll show you Kaya. Kaya. There's Kaya. There's Kaya. Yep, there she is. Okay, sorry about that. But not everything is rose-colored and beautiful and life is beautiful all the time. No, but when you can, for the most part, have a positive attitude. Try to stay positive. Something I firmly believe, and some of my other friends firmly believe this, is we, as living creatures, even the dogs, emote energy. This energy, the force, if you want to call it, me being a Star Wars fan, is connected. Everything is connected. And every time you talk, your energy or the words that you say or the thoughts you give, if it's negative, it darkens things. Well, I live in a black, dark place. When you emote good things, goodness, it seems to help everybody around you and that energy that's around you. It's kind of like when I go to work. Me being the supervisor, I try. Now, this does not always happen, but I try to keep a positive attitude at the beginning of the workday. And for me, the beginning of the workday is one of the hardest times because because I work in a manufacturing plant, and it's shift change. And a lot of times you're dealing with the end of the shift, and I work second shift, so I'm dealing with the end of first. Everything is happening there. Then at the beginning of our shift, we're trying to crew up people and put people in their jobs, and that first hour of work is chaotic. But I try to be an effective leader, try to stay positive, because I know by my emoting the goodness, others will pick up on that, and just it tends to be a more productive, a good day. So yeah, attitudes for me count. And the other AAA, the last AAA that I have, is attention to detail. And that pretty much speaks for itself. Just pay attention to details, little details, because the little details do matter in life. A lot of little details matter. I'm trying to think of an example. Right now, I can't. But another thing too is hard work. I firmly believe in hard work, and that might be the American way here in the United States. You work hard. If you have a dream, okay, like I had a dream of owning a house. I've lived in this house now for this, I believe, will be the nine years in July. Before that, and I'm 47 years old. I'm going to be 48 this year. Before that, no, I rented. One time I owned a double-wide trailer that we sold. Oh, excuse me. Coffee. I drink coffee all day. But anyway, my dream was to own a house, and here it is. I own a house, and yeah, I worked very, very, very hard to get it. Yeah, I have a mortgage, but I'm in a house, and it was very hard to get, because making bad choices early in life, partying instead of going and working and finishing school and all that, I was still paying for it back then, and here I am now. So, yeah, hard work will, if you have a dream, stick to it, but it just won't come to you. This thing we have of, what do you want to call it, entitlement? Mm, I get tired of that. It seems like today's generation has their hands out and it's like, come to me, I'm entitled to this. And screw that. Screw that. And actually, me being outside of the world too, outside of the world, outside of the United States, I've seen the other countries, especially Uruguay. Uruguay is certainly not a third world country, but like here, they have a lot of poverty, a lot of poor people. And they do have their certain areas. They have the poor, and then the Punta del Este, which is like the super rich area. But the entitlement reminds me, and I've got this on my desk. I've got a picture of a meme on Facebook that I really liked. And it's a girl holding up, now it was an iPhone, but she's crying because she didn't get her, what is it, white. She asked Santa for a white iPhone, and she got a black one. And then next to it shows the dirty feet and shoes made of 2-liter soda bottles. And then they just strap them, and that's their shoes. To me, that's very sad. But it's true that, like, going back anyway to our projections and what we emote, I always do think life is an echo. This is something else I have at my desk. And it exactly states this: life is an echo. What you send out comes back. So what you do send out, if you're going to send out negative energy, it's going to come back karma. Karma. Sorry for that. You sow what you reap. So if you sow the good seeds, it's going to take strong roots. Those good things you do in life are going to take strong roots. If you keep sowing bad, yeah, it might grow a little, but it's not going to be strong. And it will eventually die quick. What you give, you get. So if you give hate, you're just going to get hate back. If you give fear and fear of the unknown, you're just going to get that back. And a lot of times I think this is an issue with society. And then what you see in others exists also in you. And which leads to the next thing, do not judge, so you will not be judged. And like in the Bible, and I know the Christian right likes to talk about this a lot, but they also like to pick and choose what's in the Bible and not take it as a whole. But when the parable about the speck in the eye, where somebody says, oh, you got a speck in your eye, let me take that out. And that person says, well, mind your own beam in your eye first. So it's like, oh, yeah, you have a little speck. Well, actually, I have a big stick in my eye. So, yeah, don't judge unless you want to be judged. And radiate and give love so it comes back to you. This is all my philosophy. Well, I'm trying to look at my notes and think about those things I wanted to say. But Yoda's saying and I'm trying to think of it, but it's like fear breeds hate, and hate leads to darkness. You know what I mean, something like that. But it's true. Me being a gay person, was I persecuted before? No. But was I definitely in the closet? 100% yes. Growing up, and I graduated high school in 1985, and yeah, there were mean, evil people in school. And even if you're not gay, there's still mean, evil people. But it was very difficult. And I think it's not just the gay side of things. It's everything else. It's the bigotry. the um, yeah, see Honda. Yeah, well, say hi to everybody. Okay, well, get out for right now. But what all that bigotry and that hatred and all of that is really, when you think about it, it's fear of not knowing. Um, it's like, they're gay people. I wonder what that's like. This is really scary. No, once you get to understand it and know something, okay, for instance, maybe my fear is cooking. I know how to cook, but I don't think I'm an excellent cook. What do I have a fear of? I don't really, honestly, I don't have a fear of a lot of things. I fear funny things. I fear heights. I don't like snakes. That's really the only animal I don't like. And yeah, for some reason, bridges. Bridges freak me out a little bit. And here in Michigan, we have Mackinac Bridge, which freaks me out big time when I cross it. Anyway, just fear. And I think if people took the time to learn the truth about things they don't know, the unknown, fear of the unknown. Once that unknown becomes a known, that fear goes away, and I think life would be so much better. So much better. And also, as a society, too, I think we've gotten so freaked out about things. Okay, for instance, recent study that I read about exposing babies to peanuts. I think that's a wonderful idea. We need to loosen up. Honestly, we need to loosen up. Okay, guess what? You know what? And I don't give a fuck about this. I smoke. Who cares? I smoke. If I want to smoke, I want to smoke. Yeah, Chris don't like it. Other people don't like it. My mother doesn't like it because I know it's for my health. But I'm free to do that. I'm 100% free to do that. And when it comes to the marijuana part, you know what? Before, even 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and I feel bad about this, my dad, when he came to live with me so I could help him, that's what he wanted, to smoke some pot. He suffered from AIDS. And at the time, I told him I was so much against it. I told him that if I found that in the house, he would not be able to live here. I regret those words today. I seriously regret. Yeah, there's few regrets I have in life. That's one of them. But I regret what I told him. Personally, I don't. I don't smoke pot, but you know what? It does not hurt me. And if other people want to, fine. But, okay, for instance, the food allergy thing. And, oh my God, drinking out of a hose. I drank out of a hose. I rode in the back of that pickup truck, and look, I'm here. I think some playing in the mud, bumps and bruises along the way, help. Instead of that person who is sheltered from all those things all their lives. Honestly, I believe a lot of the food allergy issues that we have with children today is because they are not exposed to those kind of things. Oh, eating a little mud, getting a little mud in your mouth, and swallowing it. Oh my God, no, you're not going to die. Drinking out of the hose, unfiltered water. No, you're not going to die. Is it clean? Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. But you know what? It's going to, I think, build your immune system in the long run. And I think a lot of problems that we have today might be due to the fact that we have all these antibiotics. We have sheltered children that are spoiled with their iPhones. And yeah, okay, I'm a gamer. I got the Xbox. I play hours a day. That's true. But I also need to know to get out some. And it's the same with these kids. Get out some. So, as a society, we need to really loosen up about those type of things. And also the laws that we're passing. Think about some of these laws. You know what? Okay, it's like oh my God, there's an anti-gay marriage law here in Michigan, which on April 28th is going to be listened to by the Supreme Court, that's a whole different topic. But for instance, that law. If the law's passed, hey, it don't hurt me, stay out of my bedroom. You know, what I do in my own bedroom isn't harming you. Why is there a law for it? And also keep the religion out of it too. Okay, me, and I think I've said this in one of my other blogs, though. But I was raised a Baptist, and I have since learned religion is man-made, not really God-made. It's man-made. And I also firmly believe in the separation of church and state. So, like, for instance, these anti-gay laws, they all stem back to one thing, and it's religion. You've got to keep the religion out of the politics. If there was a clear separation of that, yes, I respect your religious beliefs. I respect that. But when they're restrictive to me, harmful to me, you know, what I'm doing does not harm you, it makes no sense. Stay out of it. Just let it go. Okay, another thing, well, that kind of brings me to this topic, the use of them, we, us, and they. Okay, we collectively, we as a society, is a very powerful, very strong word. In fact, on one of my friends' Facebooks this morning, it was kind of interesting. She had mentioned that we is one of the strongest words in the language. And it's true. Them, they, us. Okay. Exclusivity in borders. I don't like borders. I don't like exclusivity. There is a certain time and place for exclusivity, but we all try to be inclusive. We want to be inclusive people. For instance, one reason, okay, I'm a Democrat. 100% I'm a Democrat. I kind of lean libertarian, and I also do have Republican tendencies. But one reason and I think I've said this in my intro vlog, the first president I voted for was Reagan. And in fact, I voted for his reelection. Being inclusive and exclusive. One reason, I think, I don't know, the Republicans have lost their way, I think. Just look at their leaders, they're like clowns. But one thing that really turned me off about the Republicans, they're very exclusive. Very, very, very exclusive. It's like, right now I feel like if you don't have money, if you're a minority, whether that be black, gay, Hispanic, something that is not... Guys, shut up. Sorry about that. Hold on. Shut up. Okay, sorry. Again. But something that is not... I dare say this, white. It's like they really don't care. And I just want to kick their ass sometimes. Anyway, it just seems like they don't care. Now I do, and I'm not saying that's about the whole Republican Party because it truly isn't. However, their leaders in their party are this way. That is a huge, 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 huge problem. It's like, if we don't believe in what they believe in, well, damn you. No, it should not be that way. But yeah, that's my thoughts about about people in general and how I deal with people. And here's one other. I'm gonna leave with this. But I told you about kind of my thoughts on the Republicans, and until they change their ways, I'd even probably be willing to vote Republican again, but they're really going to have to change their attitudes and their thoughts on people. And yeah, this is getting to be about half an hour. That's why I want to wrap this up. But I'll quickly talk about like how I manage my people at work. And number one, I tell my boss this all the time, and he knows. I am not a micromanager. I manage the outcomes, not processes. As long as a good process is in place, just leave it be. The people who are responsible for that process, my workers, whatever that process be, that's their accountability. But in the end of the day, I know what the outcome should be, and if we're not hitting that outcome, then yes, I got to go back and find out why are we not hitting that outcome. And then I am responsible, my accountability, is to report up to management why this process didn't work and this is why. And then there's a number of factors why. Normally, though, it is not a person, it's a lack of tools to do their job. Because they know what they have to get by the end of the day. And do they have the product? Do they have the tools to finish their job? Because they certainly have the time. They're there at work. But I'm not a person who watches over their shoulder all damn day. They know what they're adults. They know what to do. And it's also, I trust my people. A lot of times, and where I work at also, it just seems like there's a big lack of trust with people. And to me, that's a problem. That's an issue. But because I think of the way that I manage, my people respect me, respect my decisions. And you know what? If there's something that's out of their process, out of their normal workday that I need done, boom. You know, if I ask somebody to do it, it's done. There's no questioning. And it's done, and I know it's going to get done. Whereas if you're, and I call it more like a Theory Y management style. Theory X is more like whip and chain, bam, bam, bam. And don't trust those people who are coming to work for you every day because they're here to just goof off and get a paycheck. No, they're not. And I don't think that either. I don't think that way. But those Theory X managers, and I do work with plenty of them, when they ask somebody to do something, it's like their people are going to say, yeah, we'll do it, but when we get to it. We'll do it by the end of the day, but when we get to it. And also, I find, too, sometimes my people will go that extra mile and get things done. And whereas some other people are like, okay, they just do the bare minimum. And that's how it is. But anyway, I take pride in my job. I know my people take pride in their job. And that is my management style. And the number one thing I know is I'm managing the outcome, not the process. And there are times when you do have to manage the process. When you have like a weaker employee, hey, what's going on? Can I help you? Do you need more training? Something like this. But once you know they're up to speed, then they can manage their own process and be accountable for that process. So anyway, that's how I manage. So yeah, this vlog's becoming about half an hour. I'm going to quit here for now. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great day because spring is on its way. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Michigan. And I cannot believe it says by next week it might be up to 60. So that's good. We have not seen 60 in a long time. It's in the mid-40s, I think, today, which is wonderful and beautiful. So anyway, everybody have a good day. And remember, God gave you 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason. Do more listening, less talking. So anyway, have a great day, guys. And if you like this video, just click a thumbs up and subscribe and take care, guys.